Ever wondered why your feline friend seems to come alive when the sun goes down? It's a question that has puzzled many a cat owner, and today we're going to explore the answer. Picture this. You've just settled down for the evening, perhaps with a good book or your favorite TV show. Suddenly, you hear the telltale sound of a bell jingling, or perhaps a small toy being batted across the floor. Yes, your cat has decided that it's playtime, and the night is young. This nocturnal behavior is not unique to your cat alone. In fact, it's a common trait observed in domestic cats all around the world. From the skyscrapers of New York to the quaint cottages of the English countryside, when dusk falls, cats everywhere seem to spring to life with an energy that's almost electric. But why is this so? Well, it's all down to their ancestry. Cats, you see, are descendants of a primarily nocturnal species. In the wild, their ancestors would hunt under the cover of darkness, using their exceptional night vision and acute hearing to locate prey. These natural instincts have been passed down through generations, leading to the playful, night-loving creatures we share our homes with today. However, this doesn't quite explain why your domestic cat, who has a bowl of food readily available, feels the need to pounce on imaginary prey at all hours of the night. It turns out that this behavior is more than just a quirky trait. It's a complex combination of biological factors, environmental influences, and individual personality traits. So the next time your cat decides that 3 in the morning is the perfect time for a game of chase, remember that it's not just to annoy you, it's a part of their natural instincts, a throwback to their wild ancestors, and a sign of their unique personality. But what factors contribute to your cat's midnight madness? Let's delve into some research to find out. To understand why cats are night owls, we need to turn to science. You see, our domesticated felines have a lineage that traces back to the wild cats of Africa. These wild cats were primarily nocturnal, hunting under the cover of darkness to avoid larger predators and to take advantage of cooler temperatures. Thus, our house cats have inherited this natural tendency to be active during the twilight and nighttime hours. Now, let's delve into some research. Studies have shown that while domestic cats can adjust their routines to match ours, they still retain a strong preference for nighttime activity. This is due to their crepuscular nature, meaning they are most active during dawn and dusk, just like their ancestors. But how can they see during these dimly lit times? Well, this is where the marvel of evolution comes into play. Cats' eyes are incredibly adapted for low light conditions. They have a higher number of rod cells in their retinas, which are cells sensitive to dim light. Additionally, they have a structure called the tapetum lucidum, a layer of tissue in the eye that reflects visible light back through the retina, increasing the light available to the photoreceptors. This gives them superior night vision, almost 6 times better than ours. It's fascinating to realize that the nighttime antics of our cats, which sometimes leave us puzzled or even a tad exasperated, are actually deeply rooted in their biology and natural behavior. They're not trying to keep us up at night, they're simply adhering to their ancestral instincts. So, it seems like our feline friends are just following their natural instincts when they choose to play at night. While we may be tucked up in bed, they are living out their natural rhythms, perfectly adapted to a world that's just a little bit darker than ours. Now that we understand the science, let's explore why cats prefer to play at night. One of the main reasons cats love the night is the cooler temperature. During the day, the heat can be too much for our furry friends, making them lethargic and less playful. But when the sun goes down and the temperature drops, cats come alive. The cooler climate provides the perfect setting for our feline friends to frolic and play, making it the prime time for their antics. Another factor is the inherent hunting instinct ingrained in cats. Cats, both domestic and wild, are crepuscular creatures. This means they're most active during the twilight hours of dawn and dusk. These times traditionally correlate with the hunting patterns of their prey in the wild. While your house cat isn't hunting for survival, they still possess those instincts. So, their playtime at night? It's a form of practice, a way for them to keep their hunting skills sharp. That's why you'll often see your cat pouncing on toys or chasing a laser pointer with the focus and intensity of a lion chasing its prey. Lastly, the quiet of the night also plays a role. During the day, your home is filled with noise and activity, which can be overwhelming for your cat. But at night, when things quiet down, your cat can explore, play, and hunt without all the distractions. So the next time you're awakened in the wee hours by the sound of a jingling ball being batted around, or when your cat brings you a toy mouse at 3 a.m., remember? They're not just being annoying. They're practicing their natural instincts, honing their hunting skills, and making the most of the cooler temperatures. The night is their playground, so when your cat brings you a toy mouse at 3 a.m., they're not just being annoying, they're following their natural instincts. Living with a nocturnal pet can be a bit of a challenge, especially if you're a light sleeper. But don't worry, there are ways to manage your cat's nighttime antics to ensure a peaceful night for everyone. One of the most helpful strategies is to provide your cat with toys and activities during the day. Cats are natural hunters and they need to expend energy. By providing them with stimulating toys and activities, you can help them burn off some of that energy during the day. Consider puzzle toys filled with treats or a new scratching post. Interactive play sessions with laser pointers or feather teasers can also be a great way to engage your cat and tire them out. Another tip is to keep a consistent feeding schedule. Cats are creatures of habit and thrive on routine. Feeding your cat at the same times each day can help regulate their internal clock and reduce their activity during the night. A small meal right before your bedtime can make your cat feel satiated and sleepy, helping to curb their nighttime prowling. It's also important to remember that, like us, cats need a comfortable and quiet place to sleep. Make sure your cat has a cozy, warm spot to curl up. If your cat tends to be more active at night, consider providing them with a dedicated space away from bedrooms where they can play without disturbing anyone's sleep. Finally, be patient with your feline friend. Changing behaviors can take time, and it's important to remember that your cat is just following their natural instincts. With understanding, patience, and some small adjustments to their routine, you can help shape your cat's behavior, making nighttime a more peaceful time for everyone in the household. With a bit of understanding and some small adjustments, you can ensure both you and your cat get a good night's sleep. Cats' nocturnal behavior may seem strange to us, but it's perfectly normal for them. So, we've been on this journey together, exploring the fascinating world of our feline friends, their habits, and their love for the night. We've delved into the science behind their nocturnal behavior, learned why they're so drawn to the moonlit hours, and even picked up a few tips on how to coexist peacefully with these night-loving creatures. Now, it's time to embrace these quirks, these idiosyncrasies that make our cats so unique. You see, these behaviors aren't random or odd, they're simply a result of their natural instincts and adaptations. Cats are, by nature, crepuscular creatures, which means they are most active during twilight hours. This is a trait that's been hardwired into them from their wild ancestors, adapted for hunting and survival. Their love for the night, their playful antics in the wee hours, these are not just behaviors, they are a part of their identity. It's what makes them cats. It's what separates them from other pets and gives them their unique charm and personality. So instead of being puzzled or frustrated by your cat's nocturnal habits, why not celebrate them? Embrace this behavior as a testament to their wild roots, a reminder of their natural instincts and survival skills. Enjoy their midnight antics, their playfulness and energy, their sudden sprints and leaps. Remember, these are the moments that make our feline companions so endearing. These quirks, these nocturnal habits, they're not just behaviors, they're expressions of their personality, their heritage, their very essence. And isn't that what makes our cats so special? Their uniqueness, their individuality, their sometimes baffling but always fascinating behaviors. It's these quirks that make us smile, that make us shake our heads in bemusement, that make us love them even more. So, let's celebrate these quirks, these nocturnal habits that make our cats the fascinating creatures they are. Let's embrace them, appreciate them, and most importantly, let's love them for who they are. After all, these quirks are part of what makes our feline friends so fascinating.